Let's get you through the grid for Heat 2 for DD2 and DD2 Masters, race 7 of the meeting. Imke Arts once again starts from pole position ahead of Nikita Genza with Dylan LaHaye and Nicolas Guillaume. They look to be taking their customary places on row number 2. They did start, however, from the dummy grid for race 1 a little bit earlier. They'll be ahead of current championship leader Frederik Zebes Christensen and Mats Johan Overhoff. Mark Schupman and Jori Klebo round out row number 4 and completing the top 10, Maximilian Adolf and Michael Becker. Louis Koch and Luca Neuenhausen ran at the penultimate row of the grid, and bringing up the rear of the field, Karl Klebo and Christophe Capita. 10 minutes plus an additional lap of this just over 1,100 metre circuit here at the F-Landring in Kerpen. A big thank you to everyone behind the scenes in order to help with regards to the incident that we saw in the Junior Rotax second heat just a few moments ago. Big thank you to them. Also, a few shout-outs on the chat. Well, we did say, let us know who you're cheering for this weekend. A very good afternoon to Emerson McAndrew-Uren, one of Jacob Ashcroft's good friends, and also a fellow teammate at Dan Holland Racing. Well, Emerson, I've been keeping an eye on your progress. Well done so far this year, young man, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the show here at Kerpen for round 3 of BNL 2024. After this, we will have 5 more races to go, and then we'll be done for the day, and then we'll find out who will be our ranking after heats leaders heading into tomorrow's Super Heats from 10:30 tomorrow morning, local time here in Western Germany. Up the ante and also the duration, but the mind games as always happen in these two classes. DD2, the Halo class of Rotax, and it was a technology that a lot of people thought, well, it's not going to work. Rotax went and did it themselves and proved everyone wrong. Here we go. Revs Rise lights are out, and it's going to be a little bit of a drag race here. Oh, LaHaye dives up the inside of his teammates. Guillaume into turn 1. And, well, elbows out already through the opening couple of corners. Overhoff versus Guillaume and LaHaye. Arts up front, followed by Genza, Guillaume 3rd. 4th, Overhoff, who's 5th, I wonder. And einen wunderschönen guten Nachmittag, Andreas Krenz. Greetings from 42 competition. Good to hear from you, Andreas, and been wonderful to commentate on some of the drivers in your stable, such as Maximilian Kiel, Kimi Mai, to name but a few. So, let's see, who is currently in 5th place? Well, Louis Koch has just had an absolute rocket ship start. He's up 6 places from 11th on the grid as Nikita Genza goes back into battle with Imke Arts. And here comes Nicolas Guillaume. And he's dived through at turn 4, threaded the eye of the needle, the 491 from Belgium for SP Motorsport. Just said to Nikita Genza, well, if you're not going to go for it, I will. And probably obliged. Brilliant stuff. Now Genza trying to fight back at Guillaume through the mud cover. Now into the Michael Schumacher, which you literally are straight lining, but you are using so much curve on the right-hand side. Genza now trying to squeeze his way through past Guillaume, and Guillaume says no, but he decides possibly to look at a move up the inside of Imke Arts into turn 2. However, he has to use discretion as the better part of valor on that particular occasion. The entire field, after the opening 2 laps, covered by just under 3 seconds. That is from Imke Arts to Luca Neuenhausen, who's dropped 2 places. There you see, in one shot, you just saw pretty much the entirety of the 14 kart field we have. 11 DD2s, and 3 DD2 Masters. Arts, however, has managed to get away because Genza's got through on Guillaume. Now the gap is 1.3 seconds. This gives the opportunity to Imke Arts from the Netherlands. Oh, we've had a big old off. Someone's definitely gone grass tracking out of turn number 2. So this just goes to show how quickly you can make the slightest mistake and then it all goes horribly wrong coming out of one corner. That turn 2 can be pretty hairy around the outside. Right, 3-second time penalty is going to go to Jordi Klibor, the 440. I am waiting for any timing matters that come up on the digital flag to dictate what that might have been. That could be a 3-second time penalty for 2 wheels out of the tram lines, thereby breaking formation at the start. But MK Arts has a lead of 1.36 seconds. Mats Johanovov now gunning after Nicolas Guillaume. That's the battle for P3. Louis Koch ahead of Dylan LaHaye. And LaHaye, oh, he's up to his old tricks, is Dylan. He's trying to go around the outside of the mud cover. That's not going to work there. That's not going to work there. And that put him right into the path of Fredrik Sebis Christensen. LaHaye just tried to go towards the inside, then went to try and go around the outside. He lost all that momentum. And then everyone else behind him has just gone, yep, right, okay, let's gang up on him. However, MK Arts is still holding on to a comfortable lead. Genza second, Guillaume third, Overhoff fourth. Koch, LaHaye, Sebis Christensen, Adolf Schupman, Michael Becker is leading the DD2 Masters class and is running 10th. Jordi Klibor is going to, well, the thing is now the field is spread to the point where it's first to last, 6.3 seconds, give or take. So Jordi Klibor will be last, effectively, de facto last on the road. Nikita Gensen just puts in the new fastest lap of the race, so 44.890. He's got the gap down to just over 1.25 seconds as the 407 from Germany. Meantime, Dylan LaHaye has got past Louis Koch. He's got a bit of a big old indent on the centre of the bumper on the 408. He's just ahead of Fredrik Sebis Christensen from RS Competition, the team run and operated by Robert Schlunzen, and who still, well, is part of the family that runs, including his mother Gitta, Voyens Motorsport Arena in Voyens, an hour outside of Billund International Airport, not too far from the home of Lego. 4.5 minutes still to go. In terms of pace, oh, well, new fastest lap has just come through, and hold the phone, it's the lady leading out front, MK Arts, as Louis Koch again defends from Fredrik Sebis Christensen. The German gets a little bit of a tag from behind. That was more than just a love tap. But Christensen's got to be careful with that front bumper if the clips are in. And we have got a mechanical black flag. Oh no, I can't believe it. Is it the 408? Or is it the, I think it might be the 488. So looks to me, if that's 488, that's Luca Neuenhausen. If that's 408. So we have got a mechanical black flag being shown to one of the drivers who's going to have to pull that thing into the pit lane. So 3.25 minutes still to go. Plus an additional lap. And MK Arts still leads. Her lead now, 1.455 seconds. Ahead of Nikita Genza, Nicolas Guillaume, Mats Johanovov, Dylan LaHaye, and Fredrik Sebis Christensen. So our leader, Imke Arts, she makes her way through the Schumacher S and continues to lead after lap number 10. Great work by Imke. She made the move to Chevrolet Racing late for this year and really came out of the blocks with a bang, especially at the Chrono Karting Dutch Championship. Their championship will be returning, I think it's the middle weekend of September, and they'll be returning to Circuit de Lansard. There has been a little bit of a summer break for our friends over in the Netherlands. So, yeah, it was the 408 of Louis Koch that has pulled it in on pretty much the slight tail end of lap number 11. So with a minute to go, well, there's Luca Neuenhausen ahead of Christophe Capitan. Michael Becker is 6 and a bit tenths ahead of Karl Clervaux, and that is the battle for the lead in DD2 Masters. So, man simply known as De Bakker, Karl Clervaux, who runs more than just one bakery. He's got a nigh-on fleet of them, if I remember correctly. But they do make some fantastic cakes and baked goods. We're coming down to the final few seconds of this race, 25 seconds thereof, and MK Arts is on course to make it a very, very clean race. Not really put a foot wrong, and whilst the iron was hot, managed to get things done and dusted. So we are nearing the time ending. 3, 2, 1. That's it. We're on the penultimate lap of this race. So Frederick Zevis Christensen battling away with Maximilian Adolphe in the number 424. But MK Arts goes on to the final lap of heat number 2 out of 3. And it's just under 1.4 seconds ahead of Nikita Genza. Nicolas Guillaume, Mats Johan Overhoff, Dylan LaHaye. They round out the top 5 ahead of Frederick Zevis Christensen, Maximilian Adolphe, Mark Schupman, Yori Clervaux, Michael Becker leading in DD2 Masters. And, well, the funny thing is Michael Becker is not too far from Yori Clervaux. He's behind Becker, Karl Clervaux, Luca Neuenhausen, and Christophe Capitan rounding out the top 13. Looks like Louis Koch has managed to get back out again. I'm not still seeing his on the timing, but MK Arts wins convincingly in that race. MK Arts wins by 1.657 seconds after 15 laps in that second heat. And, well, Maximilian Adolphe has been dropped down to 10th after the time penalty that was given. So MK Arts takes the win after 15 laps. That's DD2 and DD2 Masters. Race 7 of the meeting. Heat 2 for these particular classes of drivers. So Arts wins after 15 laps ahead of Genza. Guillaume rounds out the top 3 with Mats Johan Overhoff 4th, Dylan LaHaye 5th, 6th the current points leader Frederick Zevis Christensen, Mark Schupman, Yori Clervaux, Michael Becker takes the win in DD2 Masters ahead of Maximilian Adolphe, Karl Clervaux, Luca Neuenhausen, and Christophe Capitan, who rounds out the top 3 in Masters, and Louis Koch rounding out the ending order of that race. So, Arts and Becker, your provisional winners for Heat 2 for DD2 and DD2 Masters.